underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. And from his own end zone, Alontae Taylor will return it. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, here's Carr. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. This pass caught, it's Woods. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a quarter route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
19 Tiger.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass from the 40, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Taylor now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On first down, Carr. Pass caught. It's Kawan Baker. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Carr now on first down. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derek Carr, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. 7-7, our score after 1. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. Richardson going to change the play here. Here's Richardson from the gun on third down. Able to find his man, Woods. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So from the 37, here's second and a yard. On the option, a give to Taylor here. And 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down. Richardson off the play fake. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Richardson to throw off play action. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Carr. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Throwing on first down is Carr, eluding the pressure right. Open man downfield is Johnson. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams, 26 yards. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. And they'll turn to Kamara. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Bronco 80. Trap 50. Trap 50. 79 Broncos.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, it's Taylor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here Richardson back to throw it. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From the 22 now, here's second down and 7. On the option left, Richardson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Caught by Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They run the option on second down. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4. Panther 11, Panther 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Richardson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Perry. He's across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That one was tipped in the air and became almost a 50-50 ball. No one came up with it, so it turned into an incompletion. But remember, on the previous drive, he threw an interception. I think that one almost caused well, not almost. I think that one caused a mental flashback for everyone. Threw the pick before. Could this turn into a second one? And how would that alter the game for him?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Carr now on first down. Into the hands of Perry, complete. He's across midfield. And he's got some space here. And finally taken down at the 34. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball is knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
At the 15-yard line. 618. 694.
To throw his Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Carr will look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw this. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Finding Pittman, and he is going to have a Colts 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. This pass caught. It's Woods. He's into space past the 25. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Now Richardson. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Richardson. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Richardson. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Carr down to a knee, and now just about do it. So it's a win here for the Saints, and it was Derek Carr, Charles, who was really